time and place for the scheduled March 2025 Planning Commission meeting. I'd like to call us to order. Please call the roll.
Lawrence.
Here.
Gordon.
Here.
McCabe.
Here.
Wade. Here. Terry. Here. Temple. Here. Burrows.
Here.
Aye.
Here. All right, we do have a quorum. Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes from the February 2025 meeting? Get a little feedback.
You know, somebody got papers on their mic over there? Not on the top, but.
No?
John, no sign, is there a mic on your table?
Mine's off.
Can you put each one of them on and find out the problem?
There you go. We can continue?
Yeah.
Okay, there being no corrections or additions, do we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes? Motion to approve. Motion by Mr. Borden, second by Mr. Temple. All in favor state aye. Aye. Any opposed? And those minutes are approved with an 8 vote. Okay, I'd like to take a moment to introduce the Planning Commission members and give a brief description of what we do and how this meeting is conducted. The commission has 9 members. 8 of us are volunteers appointed by the mayor for a 6-year term. We also have 1 member from the city council. My name is Kent Lawrence. Our vice chair is Gary Borden. The secretary is Larry Wade. Other members are Eddie Pike, Francis Tate, Merton Burrows, Ross Terry, and Forrest Temple. And our council member is Hunter Pepper, who is not with us today. Members of the public seeking to get an item considered by the Planning Commission must send an application to the Planning Department not less than 21 days prior to this meeting. Unless otherwise specified, all applications for development approvals are the result of submittals by a private citizen seeking some change in their own property. In making our decision, the primary tool used by the Planning Commission is the One Decatur Comprehensive Plan. This is the general community plan for the city of Decatur, was adopted through a public process to formalize a vision for the future of the community that represents the interest and will of all Decatur residents. In many of these cases, the Planning Commission does not have the final say. Zonings, annexations, vacation, sidewalk cafe license, and some resolutions all require additional approval by the city council before they become official. In these cases, the role of the Planning Commission is to advise the city council. The first part of today's meeting is a public hearing. Each item will be read separately and voted on after comments and discussion. If you wish to comment on an item, we ask that you come forward to the microphone, state your name and whether you're a citizen of Decatur, and then make your comments. We ask that you keep your comments to 3 minutes or less. Today's public hearing will have these type requests. Annexation. This is adding an unincorporated land contiguous to the city limits to our city boundaries. Pre-zoning. Section 11-52-85 makes provisions for municipalities to apply a zoning district to property contiguous to the city limits with an agreement that that property will be annexed within 6 months of the pre-zoning being completed. This also moves to the city council. Minor plats are plats that have more than 3 lots, direct access to public services, and a topo provided for review or making minor changes to existing platted subdivisions. All right, Ms. Williams, if you please read the first case.
Good evening. I'm Tommy Williams with the City of Decatur Planning Department. And the first thing we have is annexation 379-25. It is 6.11 acres, and the current zone is unincorporated. The applicant is P. Wright, and the landowner is Dylan Pate. The location is east of Highway 31 South and south of Pisgah Road. Their request is to annex 6.11 acres into the city limits. The proposed land use is residential, and One Decatur future land use is rural edge/agriculture. One Decatur street typology is Pisgah Road is a local street. There are no conditions to be met, and a point of information is number 1, any relocation of utilities would be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. And number 2, sewer is available with the consolidation.
All right, we have anyone from the public that would like to speak to this request? Yes, sir.
Just a process question, annexations,
All right, sir, if you state your name and whether you're a citizen. And of course, we all know that, but there may be somebody watching that doesn't know who you are and would like to know if you're a citizen of the city when you're making comments.
seriously?
Seriously,
Okay. I'm a citizen of Decatur, my name is Mike Faruqi.
thank you.
Annexations, process for doing that, this is the first one I've seen in a while. How typical do we do these? How often?
3 or 4 times a year.
Okay. Now, this particular property I'm a little bit familiar with. What's the plan for what's going to be? Is it residential? Is that what I understand this is going to be?
That's what he's telling us so far is residential.
Okay. So, and how does somebody bring forward, because right now this property is unincorporated, correct?
That's correct.
So how does somebody bring an unincorporated property into the city? Or why would they do that?
To have access to sewer.
Okay.
Is the main reason.
Okay. So in your opinion now, is this in the best interest of the city of Decatur?
Yes, sir.
All of you?
I think you would know by how everybody voted. It was their opinion.
Well, I'm asking because you prefaced it with the One Decatur plan.
Yes, sir.
And so where does this fit in the One Decatur plan? More houses. More houses. Okay. And so in light of that annexation process, what is going on with, because this is going to include additional traffic. Now, does the TRC meet separately from this? Did they meet separately to this?
The RC meets 1 week before this every.
And so they met prior to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because this is the first time I've been to a meeting where the pre-briefing, you guys went and discussed the traffic flow and patterns and things like that. Is that true?
Could be, yes.
I believe. Would you all think that maybe this is the first time we've ever had discussion at one of these meetings?
It's not the first time that we've had discussion of traffic, but it could be the first time you were at a meeting that we had discussion.
In the last 3 or 4 months.
Right.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Yeah, okay. So it's the first time I've heard that we don't know what's going to be built in some of these housing areas or future developments. But we have a plan for how much traffic's going to flow based on an annual requirement. Is that correct? The annual traffic flow?
They did not do a traffic study on this case. This was not one of the 2 that they reported on.
Okay, I'm trying to understand the process here. So if annex of a property into the city for access to city this and that, so I'm thinking now, north of the river, all of that property that has been annexed to the city, we still don't know what's going to be developed over there, or do we?
Sure don't. But we're talking about this annexation today.
Okay. Well, again, I'm just trying to understand the process, because this is not clear to
Right. And, well,
most people.
And like I said, the process, if someone is contiguous to our city limits and they want to annex in for numerous reasons, they make an application to the planning department. Then that goes through TRC, and it comes to us. We vote whether to recommend to the council, and then the council has final say-so.
Okay. So this is the last annexation that will happen for pretty much this fiscal year.
Until September, exactly.
Okay, because then it'll be October, and that's a new fiscal year.
Well, it has not to do with the physical year, but voting. The election is August the 26th. So we want, anytime we annex a piece of property into the city limits, we have to assign it to a voting district.
How do you fund, though? The funding for the city is done through a fiscal year, correct? And that fiscal year ends in
Yes, sir.
September?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is, in fact,
Okay.
the last time it will be done for the fiscal year.
That'll be fine.
Okay, that's all I had.
Anyone else? Seeing no one else, do we have a motion to recommend?
Motion to recommend.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Wade, second by Mr. Pike. Any questions or comments from anyone on the commission? Please call the roll.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Wade. Yes. Terry.
Yes.
Kimball. Yes. Earl.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this annexation will be recommended to the council with an 8-0 vote. All right.
All right. This is pre-zoning 1428-25. This is the pre-zoning for the annexation 379. And the current zoning is the current acreage is 6.11, and the current zone is unincorporated. The applicant is Pure Right McAnally for Dylan Pates, and the location is east of Highway 31 South and south of Pisgah Road. Their request is to pre-zone 6.11 acres to B2 general business, and the proposed land use is residential. One Decatur future land use is rural edge and agriculture, and One Decatur street typology is Pisgah Road is a local street. There are no conditions to be met, and a point of information is any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. I also want to inform y'all that through the process of a use on appeal, you can build a residential in a B2 general business area, and that's what he is proposing to do.
All right, is there anyone from the public who would wish to speak to this request?
Mike Faruqi, City of Decatur. We've talked about zoning, you and I, on several occasions about the need for, or desire perhaps, for people to have notifications in neighborhood meetings. Are there going to be any notifications for the neighborhood for these properties that are going to be built?
Well, if he was building just one single family, there would not be. But if he was dividing this and building it into a subdivision, there would be notification. But now, there was a sign placed on this parcel for the pre-zoning.
Where was this sign posted?
On Pisgah Road.
Okay, so not on 31, not the major MSR going in and out of the City of Decatur that crosses Pisgah. So very few people coming in and out of there would even know that this is going to be done. Is that the type of deception that we want to continue to do in terms of building housing?
I don't think it was
The
deception.
sign was placed where the annexation free zone is located. The annexation free zone is not located off Highway 31.
Okay, but a portion of this property is on 31.
Portion of this property, but it's already annexed into the city.
Okay, so we're not going to do any notification then?
We did do notification, sir.
Send out letters and
We did.
Oh, did you send out letters?
It was on Pigston where he said that that's where this front.
Well, no, I asked
It
you.
doesn't
You said that
front.
just signed. He said there was letters sent out. So
Okay, there were
just getting
letters.
clarity. Thanks.
Yes, sir. All right, do we have a motion to recommend this pre-zoning to the council?
Motion.
Second. Motion by Mr. Terry, second by Mr. Temple. Any questions or comments from anyone on our commission? Please call the roll.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Dave.
Yes.
Webb.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes.
Kimball. Yes. Earl.
Yes.
Yes.
And this will be recommended with an 8-0 vote.
This is a minor plat, replats of lots 1, 29, 30, and 49, and it's 1.05 acres. The current zone is R3 single family. Y'all, this is River Road Estates, River Road Estates Phase 3. The applicant is Pure Right McAnally, and the location is 3101 and 3102 Joseph Drive, and 3101 and 3102 Lisa Lane. Their request is to replat 1.05 acres, and the proposed land use is residential. One Decatur future land use is mixed neighborhood, and One Decatur street typology is Joseph Drive and Lisa Lane are local streets. There are no conditions to be met, and a point of information is any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction.
Okay, is there anyone that would wish to speak to this request for a minor plat?
So what's going on there?
This is in a subdivision
Yeah?
that last month we vacated part of a utility easement. It was larger than what was needed, so we vacated that. Now that portion is being replatted into these 4 lots.
Okay, so that's a change to where the utility line will be, is that correct? That little black squiggle?
Basically, they reduced the size of that easement. They didn't need that much for the utility easement.
Okay,
So the vacation that I did this morning, city council, this is the minor thing that's replacing that vacation.
okay.
All right, do we have a motion and a second?
I make a motion. Second.
A motion by Mr. Borden, second by Mr. Wade. And this will be at our approval. Any comments or questions from anyone on the commission? Please call the roll.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Hayes.
Yes.
Buddy.
Yes.
Dare.
Yes.
Kimball.
Yes.
Burrows.
Yes.
Site.
Yes.
All right, this minor plat is approved and an 8-0 vote. Next part of our meeting is the consent agenda. This is the part of the agenda that the planning commission has final decision on and does not require a public hearing. These items are read together and voted on as a group. Today we have these type requests. Site plans. This is a proposed development on the Collector Street or above. These plans show building placement, parking, circulation, landscaping, etc. Certificates to subdivide or consolidate. This is a one-step process to subdivide or consolidate no more than 3 lots. A survey is required. So if you go ahead and read the consent agenda.
All right. First, we have site plan 701-25. It is 0.23 acres. The current zone is B-5 Central Business District, and the applicant is Andrew Freeman. The landowner is 602 Boys LLC, and the location is 602 Bank Street Northeast. The request is to approve their site plan, and their proposed land use is commercial. One Decatur future land use is urban core downtown, and One Decatur street typology is Bank Street is a minor arterial. Conditions to be met. Number 1, please label loading and unloading area. Number 2, please add internal circulation arrows. Number 3, please add dumpster location. Number 4, please submit a plumbing plan with proposed BTU load and appliances. Number 5, per engineering approval. A point of information is number 1, any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. Number 2, please coordinate with the Decatur Utilities Gas and Engineering Department before demolition to relocate the existing gas service. Number 3, water is available. If fire protection is needed, it would need to come off Bank Street. Number 4, possible sprinkler system needed depending on the square footage of the building. Site plan 702-25 is 0.16 acres. The current zone is B5 Central Business District, and the applicant is Pre-Wright McAnally. The landowner is Rodan, and the location is 215 Grant Street. Their request is to approve the site plan, and the proposed land use is recreational/commercial. One Decatur future land use is urban core downtown, and One Decatur street typology is Grant Street Southeast is a local street. Conditions to be met is please show internal circulation arrows. Number 2, please show dumpster location. And number 3, per engineering approval. A point of information is any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. Site plan 703-25, it is 6.79 acres. The current zone is M1 light industry, and the applicant is Pre-Wright. The landowner is Gonzaga, and the location is south of the 1913 Central Parkway Southwest. And their request is to approve their site plan, and the proposed land use is commercial. One Decatur future land use is Flex Employment Center, And one Decatur street typology is Central Parkway Southwest is a minor arterial. Conditions to be met. Number 1, please label loading and unloading area. Number 2, please show parking spot location calculations on how 108 parking spots were calculated. Number 3, please show the exact square footage of the building. Number 4, please show internal circulation arrows. Number 5, please show interior landscaping and landscaping calculation. Number 6, please submit plumbing plans with proposed BTU load and appliances. Number 7, please install fire protection vault with double backflow preventer. DU will leave a stub out for vault to connect to. And number 8, per engineering approval. And number 9, please submit grease interceptor plan. A point of information is any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. Site Plan 700-25. Once again, y'all, this came before us last month. They have since gotten everything completed through community development, so it came back for this month. And this is 5.2 acres. The current zone is B1 local shopping. The applicant is P. Wright McAnally, and the landowner is Ali. The location is 216 Old Moulton Road, and the request is to approve their site plan. The proposed land use is commercial, and one Decatur future land use is mixed neighborhood. One Decatur street typology is Old Moulton Road is a minor arterial. Conditions to be met is number 1, please show loading and unloading areas. Number 2, please show internal circulation arrows. Number 3, please show dumpster location. Number 4, please show floodplain on the site plan. Number 5, the site plan would need to be sealed for this to be official. Number 6, please show gas main on the plans. Number 7, please submit sanitary plans to Decatur Utilities for approval. Number 8, please submit elevation certificate. Number 9, replace detection at traffic signal at intersection of Old Moulton Road and Brookline if it gets disturbed. Number 10, please provide erosion control plan. Number 11, please provide dumpster pad location with details. A point of information is number 1, any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. Number 2, coordinate with Decatur Utilities Gas Engineering Department before demolition to abandon the existing gas service. Number 3, Joe Wheeler has electricity to this parcel. And number 4, please maintain access to the storage unit during construction. Certificate 3640-25, it is 10.32 acres. The current zone is R2 single family, and the applicant is P. Wright McAnally for Frank Hernandez. The location is north of Kensington Way Southwest, and their request is to consolidate 2 parcels into 1. The proposed land use is residential, and one Decatur future land use is low residential and mixed neighborhood. One Decatur street typology is Kensington Way Southwest is collected urban. There are no conditions to be met, and a point of information is any relocation of utilities will be at the owner's expense, and any relocation needs to occur before construction. Number 2, gas is available. Number 3, water is available. And number 4, sewer is adjacent to the property. Certificate 3641-25, it is 12.4 acres. The current zone is unincorporated and B2 general business. The applicant is Purewright McAnally for Dillon Pate, and the land and the property, and the location is east of Highway 31 South and south of Pisgah Road. Their request is to consolidate 4 parcels into 2, and the proposed land use is residential. One Decatur future land use is rural edge/agriculture, and One Decatur street typology is Pisgah Road is a local street, and Highway 31 South is a principal arterial. Conditions to be met: frontage to a public street, Highway 31, may need to be wider. Number 2, please show Highway 31 right-of-way line on the certificate. And number 3, ALDOT affidavit if it's required for the city to connect to Highway 31.
I'm going to add a 4th in there, that this is all pending annexation.
Correct.
Consolidate a piece of property that's not in the city, so all 3 of these things sort of flow together. Okay, that's all consent, right? Anyone like to speak to any of these requests? Not that we have a motion to approve.
Motion for approval?
Second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Pike, second by Mr. Way. Any comments or questions from anyone on the commission? I'm trying to say council. Please call the roll.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Gay.
Yes.
Wade.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes.
Temple. Yes. Burrows.
Yes.
Yes.
These are all approved with an 8-0 vote. The next part is other business, and in that we have a bond review. This is where we review a bond, so it can be adjusted to a lower amount based on work completed, or to review if an expiring bond will be extended or not. Okay.
This is for Holland Meadows. The current zone is R5 single-family patio homes and R6 single-family semi-attached. The applicant is Purewright McAnally, and the location is Holland Meadows subdivision. And their request is to release performance bond from $788,464.5 thousand to $12,000, for 88 ramps. And the proposed land use is mixed neighborhood. There are no conditions to be met, and the point of information is any relocation of utilities would be at the owner's expense and needs to occur before construction.
Okay, and for the record, engineering, you agree that 12,000 is enough to complete the ADA?
Yes.
Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Mr. Borden, second by Mr. Pike. Any comments or questions from anyone on the commission? Please call the roll.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Gay.
Yes.
Wade.
Yes.
Terry. Yes. Temple. Yes. Burrows.
Yes.
White.
Yes.
And that is approved with an 8-0 vote. One last item.
The last thing on the agenda is the annexation moratorium. It's for all zones, and the city of Decatur is the applicant, and it's for Decatur city limits. And our request is to put an annexation moratorium for starting April 8th, 2025 until September 30th, 2025. And this is for the election, and we do this every election period so that districts, lines, and locations can be established.
Okay, do we have a motion to recommend this moratorium to the council?
Motion to recommend.
Second. Okay, motion by Mr. Terry, second by Mr. Temple. Any comments, questions from the commission? Please call the roll.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Gay.
Yes.
Wade.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes.
Temple. Yes. Burrows.
Yes.
White.
Yes.
This will be recommended with an 8-0 vote. There are no other business before us. I call us adjourned.